Come on in, come on in. Let me get a little something ready because there might be some negative, bad spirits around. Let me get a little bit prep here. Are we having fun yet on planet Earth? Oh, wait a minute. What timeline are you on? Are we having fun? Is it getting exciting? Are we running out to figure out if we need to get popcorn? Some sodas on the side, maybe? Get in the recliner? How about that? All that live posting of the Pope. I got a question. Why are they not using incense? They're supposed to be burning myrrh and frankincense. Oh, yeah, that's right, because that's not really him in there. Yeah, it's too flat. I'm wondering why they don't show, like, close-ups. And this ritual is just going on for 9 days. But they say, and I heard it yesterday, they say they have a pope that's going to be from the Philippines. I said, oh, that's code. That comes with wealth. I said, oh, that's definitely code. Yeah. Philippines, right? I wonder what's over there. You got all that money and stuff over there. They got somebody that's tied into the lineage of the money over there and it's supposed to get activated. That's going to enhance and get everything activated over here. Let's see. Kia? Who? Yeah, Dr. Kia Push talked about that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's going on in today's world today? I bet you want to know, right? It's crazy out there. That's what's going on. We got all kind of craziness going on out there. But your job is stay focused. Do not drop the ball, okay? No matter how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs it gets out there, you do not drop the ball. I am talking to all the beautiful light-holding ones. You know who you are. And the ones that do this crazy thing, they say one thing and do another. They go all over the place and you know who you are. Shame on you. Just shame on you. Shame on you. Karma's going to be a bitch when it comes around. Hope you're ready. Yep. Gonna come around. You know when you do right, you know when you do it right. And you know when you're doing wrong, you know when you're doing someone wrong. That's all I gotta say about that. Period. You know when you're doing someone right. You know when you're doing it right. And you know when you purposely are doing something wrong to someone. Looking at you. Yeah, just in case if you're watching. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But don't matter right now because you're going to sit with that. It's on you. All right? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just terrible. Terrible. What were you thinking? Just terrible. Terrible. Anyway, since I just got that off my chest because I don't want that staying in my body, messing with my kidneys and my adrenal glands and messing with my cortisol levels and my hormones and doing all that crazy stuff. Hi, lovely. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, the last 72 hours, I have been really in this energy, this energy of receiving codes. The codes were so much yesterday, I was in bed. I got up, made breakfast, thought I was going to get up and run around and do stuff. No. The day before that, I literally couldn't function like I wanted to because there was so much stuff coming in. And I'm like, okay, interesting. So there is a lot coming in right now, and I went out today, and I'm gonna say it like this. When you get an assignment and you have to go and do something, double check everything, make sure you have it all. Because as soon as you think things are disarrayed or you got to move something around or what, you leave something out, you go follow through, and then you go into your purse and looking for everything, make sure you have everything, and it's not there. So if you were going to go do a grid, Spirit tells you, I need you to go do gridding at this spot, go there, take pictures, do the gridding, then offer the water to the earth that activates your grid of what you're doing. Now, say that you're on your way, you're going to go there. But the main thing that you're going to use for your grid, you left it at home. Do you go back and go get it, or are you going to try to make something up to go do the grid? What are you going to do? Or are you going to change it and go on another day? Which is it? What are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to go follow it through, because the interference of the fact that you were on your way to go do it, and then the key thing that you needed to go do it is not in your bag for some stupid reason, because you got interfered with and got distracted, and you set it next to things and thought it was in there, and it wasn't in there because they don't want you to do it. We're all waking up right now. We're all remembering things. And the ancient memory that's coming in right now, hi lovely, the ancient memory that's coming in right now is very sacred to you. And is up for grabs. And is also in a place of where those particular beings don't want you to go do what you're going to do. Okay? This is on. It is on right now. We are in full-blown fight right now. They're coming in our dreams. They're coming in sideways, all caliquampig, trying to give you all this. Reject the false ass light. Reject the false energy. Reject everything that builds up fear in you. Reject everything that makes you feel anxiety. Reject everything that makes you question who you are. You know who you are. They know it too. And that's what fucking scares them the most. Because if you really were to tap into who you are and everything that's coming online right now, like I've been tapping into it, I'm just like, holy crap, Alola. Where the hell is this coming from? I'm connected to what? Who are these beings I'm seeing now? Where's that orb coming from? Why am I drawing pictures of a black sun and all this stuff is coming out of it? Why am I doing that? Why, after I draw the picture, I go into the bathroom and go wash my hands because I'm doing it with chalk, and next thing I know, there is a line. I come back, there is a line through the picture perfectly done that was not there. Just happened today. I was just like, what the hell is this? So then I hear, go lay the grid, go out and get more black paper. Okay. Go out and get more black paper. Okay. I'm black paper. Okay. I got it. Get some more pens. Okay. Receipt. Yeah. Okay. Got it. And it's your choice of what kind of chalk you want to use, since you like that. Well, okay. Well, I just couldn't just get a basic chalk. So I had to get bigger chalk, 48 different colors. Because I have no idea what the amount of codes are going to be coming through. So I got to get prepared. That's how this is going down the place. It's going down right now. So, reject it. Reject any interference of stuff that comes into your dreams. Reject it if it doesn't make sense. Okay? Now, we're going to put this in perspective. It's not enough to just say, okay, reject it. We got to follow it up with new invoking, shielding energy that you will invoke that creates a shield around you. Game is on now. They're in a panic mode. They are coming in, doing all kind of cray-cray. I actually find it kind of interesting. I actually find it kind of laughable, some of the stuff that they're doing. Like, wow. The blackout in Europe. Didn't they have a blackout one time before? Wasn't that last year? Does anybody know? Remember if everything went out one time before in Europe? Because they're in a blackout right now, supposedly. So the Pope dies over there. He's been gone. God, I'm just so tired of the lies. And it does me great pleasure when I can speak the truth on it. Checkmate. Anyway, I just don't care anymore. I'm at a place now where I'm like, oh, it's on. You want to dance with me? Then come on. You better have your best shoes on because I'm going to tear your ass up. Anyway, and I mean what I say. Anyway, I just don't care anymore. I'm not, you know what? I'm not, oh gosh, I gotta do my nails. Anyway, I'm that type of person, you know I'm going there, right? You know I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go there. I'm that type of person that after you do me wrong or do something stupid to me, I just kind of wait. I just wait. I don't have to do anything. I just conveniently go and have a conference in my ethers and state what happened, what was done, how it made me feel, take care of it. When I say those words, take care of it, it gets dealt with. And right now we are at a point where we say, we're done. We call it out. It's going to get taken care of in a big way. And it's coming. Let me tell you, besides the visions, the codes coming in, the laying out body trimmers, body lockdown, head feeling like my neck is going to come off my shoulders and then it resets itself, and hot heat coming out of my hands and things happening, and I throw an energy at it and it opens up. Yeah, this is not a normal day. And Ola Valle has nothing to do with this. Even Revlon is not going to bring it up to this height. Woo! So, it is on. In case you haven't been paying attention to yourself, you need to pay attention. I find out what's happening in the world on my off days, and sad but true, it didn't work a second part-time job. So here I am asleep. Well, you know what? One of the things are a lot of stuff that's happening is part of the distraction. Now, when I went out today before I went to go do the grid, I went out the first half and I knew I had to come back to get the rest of the material because I needed it. And that was the game. And I'm like, oh, so I'm supposed to just not do it and maybe do it the next day. No, maybe the next day there's going to be some kind of interference or something that comes up that would prevent you from going. If Spirit tells you to go and do something now, Go do something now. Go do it. There's a reason why Spirit wants you to go do it, because you have the codes and the key for that. You have it. You're the one that's supposed to go do it. So came back and I came in and I was like, there is so much anxiety energy out there. It was unreal. Yeah, Portugal. Now here's my thing. There's a YouTube family that's over there. I can't remember their name, but they always encouraging people to pack their bags up and come over to Portugal and live the life, live the life, you know, be rich and live the life over there, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh well, that's cool. How's it going right now in Powers Out? Just saying, just wondering. No place is safe because we got these psychopaths running around doing all this crazy stuff. Okay, so yeah, Spain, Portugal, and France. Oh, let's talk about something else. That lady, the one that was what was her name? Virginia Guerrero. I can't remember her last name. Started with a G. Okay, so she comes up, gone, crossed over, because she had a lot that she's going to be bringing out about that whole Epstein thing, the list. So I'm like, whoa, interesting. So I put her name in, put her whole name in gematria, and put dies at the end of the whole thing, type that whole title in from the news thing. Comes up with a number, and then I start reading down the list of what it all means. Hold on. Let me just bring that up. What it all means. We're going there today. Hope you're ready. Because I'm at a place where I'm like, you know, there comes a part of you, you know, after people do things and they keep doing it to you and doing it to you and doing it to you, sooner or later you get to the point where you're going to unleash the kraken that lives inside of you. And you will have no mercy. How many of you feeling like that right about now? Because we're not talking about lollipop time. Okay? We're not talking about that. I want to make sure I spelled her name right and wrote it down. Hold on. I thought it was the weirdest thing. Here it is. Yeah, I came up with these numbers. Hold on. I want you to see this. Because it's code. Okay? It's code. You guys have to stay on top of the codes. Everybody, stay on these codes. Okay, and I put, okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to bring this up. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So that is not what I want. Let's see. 1276, there it is. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So I'm still going down the rabbit hole of this. Feeling like what? Yeah, didn't catch what you asked. No problem. Hold on. So I typed in her name and typed in. I didn't put the date when she died. I just put what the title was on the newspaper thing. And when you put it in, it comes up to the number 1276. It's a decoded number for it. When you look it up in Hebrew, it says 107, Maxwell Stewart, mark he who rise. Okay. In your palms, I can see the M. And then this is the one that struck me. The seventh seal is. Okay, so the Pope, this activated something with the seventh seal. Seventh seal. So that's where I am right now, researching everything about the seventh seal. What is that pertaining to? I know that's in Revelations, but I want to really see how they're going to be arcing this, because that is a activation of this. And it has a whole list. When you type it all in, it brings Babylon Falls for the man-child shepherd. Yeshua, 1 in a million mark. I am the great savior. There's so much on here. President Trump. Calm before the storm. 1313. Decode the invisible man. All right. Okay, so that was on there. And I'm like, okay, what is going on, Spirit? So one of the things after getting all of my visions, and this is going to happen to a lot of you, when you just all of a sudden you become really, really tired, and you're thinking to yourself, God, I'm really, really tired. I gotta keep moving on. I gotta keep doing this. I gotta keep doing that. But you have to rest, because with the information that's coming in, you need to be able to decipher it, integrate it. You need to be able to see what it's about, what is coming up. So in my post section, I have some good, feel good, inspirational songs there. And then I have a lot of post up recently I just put up. That's about the orbs. That is about your dream state, what you need to be saying, bringing in a shield of light around you every night, because it's on. And you want to set it up. And I know for a fact that this works. When you program yourself to not have anything coming into your space that is non-divine, or anybody coming into your space trying to tap into your energy, you program yourself to either ricochet the energy back towards the person, place, or thing, so that they get a big dose of whatever they're trying to do. It goes back towards them. And I know for a fact that works, because there are people that just like to be tapping in that shouldn't be tapping in. You know what I'm saying? And they try to be all sly and sneaky when they do it. But, you know, don't. Just don't. Been warned, don't. So you need to set up the shields. Now, the teaching that Empress put on about the orbs and the dreams, it was right on point. I said, damn, she's kind of scary because the way she puts it out there, she be putting it out fast. Okay, if you don't know who I'm talking about, you got to go over to my post. Go underneath there and you'll see all the info. I put that stuff there. I don't know how long it'll stay there. When it comes out, you need to be on cue, get the info, because everyone has a piece of the puzzle. So if everyone has a piece of the puzzle and they're bringing it in, you need to get those parts because it helps you to connect the dots. We're stepping into our ancient memory. Our ancient memory of ourselves is coming online. Some of us are going to grab it quick because we're not going to let them have it. You're going to grab it fast. The way you grab that is if it comes to you in a song. You start feeling a certain rhythm coming in. You don't know why. You start doing certain artwork. You don't know why you're doing it. Because that's bridging that connection to that knowledge that's coming in. Now, the plasmic beings, the plasmic light beings, I've been seeing them since my days when I prepped for Sundance. And I just remember on my third Sundance prep for the third year, when I was in or was it my last? I think it was my last. No, it was my third year. Third or fourth year. And I was in the lodge, and I'm in there, and I had these vase of water. They told me I had to bring these big vase of water in to my space, not drinking them, to bring it in there. And I said, okay. So I bring it in there, and I'm in this lodge for 3 days. No food, no water, in there for 3 days. In Shasta, perfect place to do it. So at the time, the elder that put me up for that, she just tied me in and put me there. And that's where I was. So I just remember laying in there at nighttime. It got really super dark in there, but I had a little tiny fire going. And I saw the plasmic beings come in. They were floating in the air. They looked like jellyfish. And they were stretching themselves out, and I was just like, wow, and bright colors. They were beautiful. I was like, and I literally said, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of us. I said, I'm not afraid of you. You're beautiful. You look like jellyfish almost. I said, without the tentacle. He kind of laughed and chuckled, but they came in, and then I just remember when I reached out and I touched one, my finger went right through it. And then when I pulled back, it just went boom and elongated and came back into place. And I was just like, oh my gosh. One, I did it too, and it just like disappeared. It was like, I was like, oh, that one disappeared. Okay. But then it slowly started reforming and coming back again. But they're plasmic charged light beings. They're all around right now. And I remember one day when I was leaving, early in the morning, I had to go teach a yoga class, 6:30 in the morning. I had to do, I think it was a 6:30 class in the morning. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so I'm driving up towards Folsom. I'm on the freeway. I'm going to head over to go do the teaching at the spa. And literally, I kid you not, I saw this orb of light, this sphere going through the sky, and this jet was chasing it. And the sphere was like teasing the jet. Like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and be like this. And I know you're trying really hard to catch up with me, but I'm going to go ahead and take off really fast. And I said, wow. I called a couple of my friends because I'm driving on the freeway and I see it. I'm literally seeing the action taking place in the sky. And I was just like, holy crap, this is really happening. Got goosebumps talking about this. And I just remember seeing, wow, look at that. They're chasing that thing. That thing is so fast, it's teasing them. And I just started laughing. I said, oh, you ain't gonna catch that one. And it had like this jet, and then 2 other jets went out after it. And I'm like, huh. So in the post, when she's talking about the orbs and everything, that brought back that memory of that orb. So the title of the video today is Reject the False Light. Reject all the falseness that pulls your energy down. And when I'm talking about it, it's not my intention when I come on and I'm saying they're doing this, they're doing it, is to bring awareness of what you need to prepare yourself for. Because going out today to do the first thing and feeling all of that anxiety energy, I was like, what is that? I was feeling like heavy in my chest. I was feeling like, what's that feeling? I feel like I'm on edge. I feel like I'm, I said, that's not mine. That's that frequency. I said, oh no, we're not doing that. I reject that. I reject that. I reject that. Came in, I took my plant medicine. Okay. I took my rescue remedy, the flowers and stuff. There's a reason why you should be taking those things now, because those flowers get into your energetic field and strengthen you up. And it will literally push out anything that's false away from you. So when I go back out, I don't feel it no more. I'm like, look at that. Ain't that something? What do I do? Wow. Oh, it's on now. And a bag of chips. It's on now. So one of the things I like what she said in her video, she said, I reject all false dreams and reclaim my true memory. I reject all false dreams and I claim my true memory. And then the gate of light, the golden gate of light, nothing can pass through it except light energy, except divine energy. Okay? So a lot of you are probably getting pulled into places like temples. You're going to the Hall of Mementes. You're tapping into your memory. Now, I want you to remember this. Remember when I was talking about way back yonder? Remember many, many moons ago, okay? Remember when I was talking about the Vatican? How they had things all up in the Vatican. Remember that? And they have spellbound us, and we did some work to break those spellbounds, but they were trying to say, oh no, none of that stuff can be broken when they put it in place and blah, blah, blah. Remember that? Remember that? What do you think happens when a pope dies? Spells start being broken. Okay? Spells start to be broken. The spells of what was ever said and put into mission in the Vatican starts being broken down. Okay? So all of that bad energy of what was going on in there, that was taken care of some time back. Right now, what we're watching is a replay. Call it what it is. A fucking replay. Okay? And the reason why I can say that, because that's what it is. And I just don't have any, you don't see me shedding one tear for that being. Ever. Of all the stuff that's gone on in the churches because of that. Ever. And if anybody is still kneeling down to that type of energy, get off of your knees. Get off of them. Know what you're kneeling down to and what. How about that? Jeez. Once you find out, you cannot unsee it, you cannot unhear it, you cannot pretend like you don't know. I'll straight up tell somebody, nope, I'm sorry. That's not my path. Okay? So the spells have been broken, which leads me to why the lights are out. What happens in the dark when the power goes down? There's shifting. There's a lot of shifting going on. What's happening? Okay, so France, Portugal, and Spain are in the dark. The sun is lighting up with so many codes. Some of you are going to feel the intensity coming through your body. And this is where you don't want to panic because the codes are so strong. This is where you want to listen to be able to take those codes in. Okay? Codes were amazing today. I got some good pictures of the sun and then some weird looking invisible stuff in the sky that I did not see when I was taking it, and I see it on the picture and I'm like, what is that? Almost looks like water in the air, like the sky water. Like, I'm like, what is that? Didn't look like a cloud. It just looks like that. Yes, 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 yes. You're going to feel that. I felt it when I woke up this morning. I felt that shift. But yesterday was all about being still, not running around, not being distracted, just being still and receiving the codes. So however these codes that are going to be coming through, how you're going to be processing them is key to you. Okay? You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to tell anybody about anything. But, you know, I'm not ready yet to show this artwork yet because I'm still sitting with it. But the two people I shared it with, and I, especially one particular friend of mine I showed it to, and it was just kind of weird because it was like, you know, how do you explain that? You go to go wash your hands, you come back, and there is a line, a perfect line going straight through the picture that you didn't put there. But it catches your eye because you can see it. But there's no crease in the paper, there's no line, there's nothing to make that be there. So I'll share it probably later on this week because it's part of the black sun that I've been seeing. And got my answer on the Anunnaki. Anybody come at me with that Anunnaki stuff, I'm a bit no. But the black sun coming through, and I was seeing this weird thing like this. I see the sun, and then all of a sudden it did this thing. It ignited, right? It got ignited, but it didn't take on a full light. It just did this glowing, and it just kept glowing outwards, and it was alive. It was just this glow all the way around it, but it was black in the center. And I was like, what is this? The black sun. I said, why am I seeing this? Allow the codes in. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. I question everything. I just don't, I just question everything. I said, if you're not divine, I don't want to have anything to do with you. You cannot enter my space. You shall not pass. Period. But if I still see it there, and it's still there, and it doesn't go away, then yeah, it's time to kind of look at it. That's how you can tell. When you tell a false energy to go bye-bye, it doesn't have any rights to you. It has no rights over your space. You rebuke it. You reject it. I don't consent to you. You say it with force. They run. They're like, oh, this isn't going to be an easy one. We can't get this one. Let's go over here. Oh, look, someone's depressed. They'll go to that person. That one's an easy one to get. They have holes in their head and stuff, and they're ready to go there. Okay? But when you speak through your divineness and you say, I don't consent to your energy, that the words, the vibration from your throat chakra goes and imprints on the plasma that's floating all around you that you might not be able to see. But those beings, they absorb it and they expand it out. And it creates a shield. Okay? Yes, absolutely. Yes, thank you. So you have to speak your frequency into your space. You speak it, you invoke it, you say it with intention. And that's how you create your higher paradigm timeline. Because as long as you're down, you can't really do anything. You're too tired or whatever the energy is that's coming at you. A lot of light workers are experiencing this right now. And also the dropping you down on your feet, the making you fall and hurt yourself, slip, hit your head. Something like that happens, the first thing you want to do is make sure you clear that energy away from wherever the injury is. You got to clear it and you have to seal it. You put on a healing quartz band-aid all around that area to shield it, because that is what we call a tear in your etheric field. Okay? You got to cover that up and you put a shield around it so that it doesn't cause a repeat. You ever notice that? Oh, I fell and twisted my ankle and blah, blah, blah. Okay, now you healed. And then you go and do it again as the same ankle. Because what's the difference? There's an energy that's a rip in your energy field that's leaking, that's going to attract the same energy to come right back to that injury right there. Okay, this is why it's so important. When something happens, you clear it, move the cord out, you move it out of there. You say, I'm removing the cord, I'm removing the tear that's in here, and now I seal it up with beautiful rose light. You can put a shield, a crystal light there, silver light there, to just create a safe covering in that, so that part of your body starts to strengthen, okay? So it doesn't attract another one of those injuries again, a repeat injury. So this is really important to go in and watch that video I posted in underneath the post about the orbs and about the dreams. I can't stress this enough. You need to watch it. You need to understand how dream world is starting to become very real for you, because that's where your medicine and your energy activations are right now. And the infiltration of what's coming in to keep you from getting it, they bring in the false energy, the false dream, the false light, the false everything to mess with you so that you don't get that. Here's my problem with the whole thing with them. Why do they care? Wow, they go through so much to just distract and to keep you out of that place. Yeah. Been that live energy. Okay? Like I said, pay attention, because now when you're sleeping, that's when you want to have your shields up the most. Okay? So they don't make it easy for them. Make it as hard as hell. Don't allow them to just think that they have the right to come into your space and do that. No, they don't have the rights anymore. So please, please, please make sure you do look at that and really understand that your ancient memories are kicking in now. So if you find yourself doing some really off the wall things, or you're seeing things that you normally just don't see, and you're connecting the dots and things are coming on, and it's coming on pretty fast, and it's like you got to go, okay, I got to take a breath. How did I know how to do that? How did I know? You know those dreams where you see yourself throwing orbs of light and you're just throwing, or you feel yourself floating, jumping high, and you're flying in the air? Yeah. Were you really dreaming? Or just remembering what you could really do before everything got twisted and shut you down? Yeah, exactly. So this is really important, because this, for us here in the United States, those of us living here in the United States, we have to pay attention what's coming in right now. You got to be able to decipher between the false and the real. When you say, I'm not buying into it, I rebuke it, I don't consent to it, you have no rights over me, get out of my field. I command it so. And as soon as you feel the energy leave, that's how you know it was a false infiltration. If it's still staying there, that's a divine. Divine's trying to get you to see something. And the divine doesn't just leave. The divine just says, okay, take a breath, and I'm going to come at a different angle so that you can see me. Let me send somebody. Let me play something on the radio. Let me show you something on TV. Let me bring something up in your feed since you're scrolling. There you go. Here, now I'm going to get you to look. Okay? So take a look at that. You might want to write down the words that she says for the dream one so that you can start implementing that and have it put next to your bed, and get used to putting up that force field. This is not a time to be sloppy. This is not a time to half-ass do things. This is the time to protect your energy at all costs. This is that time. Okay? And then also it's protecting yourself from people that they don't understand you. They don't get you. They don't get what you're saying. They're in la la land. They don't get you. You know, my family doesn't get me. They think I'm making all this stuff up. They don't see it. They don't get it. And you know what? I just have to let it go and say, well, maybe you'll catch up, maybe you won't. I don't know. It's not mine to say. All right, so today we're dealing with the Kin 35, the blue solar eagle. And that one is, I pulse in order to create realizing mind. I seal the output of vision with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of magic. Yes, the color is blue. Jupiter is the planet. The chakra is the crown. The earth family is polar. We have the constraint one, and we already know what that particular rune is. And telekinesis is the distance. Oh, wait, not telekinesis. Excuse me. I misspoke. Teletronon is the distance far traveling code of information received from spirit and deities dwelling within the earth. There's another point there. Fourth mental sphere is continuing consciousness. The second time dimension cosmic ascension is the fourth one. And that's with the higher mind and the beta alpha. Okay, so we're going to jump into the read. I will have more codes to talk about after I'm done going down this energetic rabbit hole of what the black sun message is, the plasmic light. And it's funny because the things she was talking about, I was already experiencing it. And I'm like, damn, is she like, where is she, like all over the place? Is she like Lucy? I'm thinking this lady's like Lucy. She's like Lucy. She's all over the place. Said I felt the kind of resonance because of the animals in it that approach me often. Yes, yes, yeah. Oh, just pay attention. Wait until we get over this. Remember I told you what May was going to be, okay? May 1st is on Thursday. So we're only a few days out. 1, 2, 3. We only got 3 days left of this moon. And then we're going to be in spectrum moon of liberation. Dissolve, release, liberation. Okay? The animal totem for that is going to be the serpent. So we're going to be moving through this moon pattern, this galactic calendar pattern. Okay? This is going to be very important because it's not so much about what we were doing here in this dimensional part of ourselves. But now we're going to go from here, from the planetary moon of manifestation, and the totem was the dog, or Opi in Taino. We're going to move into the spectrum moon of liberation. Dissolve, release, liberation. It says, to see clearly, you must continuously detach from yourself. The actual you is the moving force and not any personality or conditioned state of being. Through it might appear, although it might appear otherwise to the fixed world. So the serpent is going to be the totem atom. So here's the thing. May 2nd is going to be a portal day. And then we got 1, 2, 3 in between that. Another portal day. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in between that. 2 portal days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 6. 1 portal day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days portal day. We got a lot of portals we're going to be jumping through next month. Remember what I said May was going to be about? May I? What is your may I? What is it? May I now liberate myself? May I now create what it is I create? May I now live fully in my magic of myself? May I now be all that I came here to be? May I now see truth? See with my divine light. Calling in that divine light and walking in it can be a little unsettling because you're going to see shit that's like, whoa, why is that person now all of a sudden acting like a piece of crap? Okay, you were really that the whole time. But because now my frequency is going up higher, I'm just really seeing you for what you really are. Okay? That's what it's going to be like. And lovelies, let me just tell you now, you're going to get hurt in your heart space because there are going to be some people that really shock you and you're going to be like, fuck, really? Man, I really, you know, and then you're going to feel that. Express yourself, go through the motions of it and release it and keep it moving. Don't get stuck in it. Don't revel in it and feel down in it to the point to where you can't function. Okay? You don't want to be that. If that starts to happen to you, that's where you want to reach out to a friend that can come. And I just had to do that with my sister. Yeah, this is where you want to reach out to a friend that you can talk to and let you purge, especially if you have your private groups. I'm so grateful I have such a wonderful Galactic Spiral Light group of practitioners that when stuff was going down, I went in there and I said, look, this is what I'm experiencing. This is what's going on. This is what I got hit with. I'm feeling all these emotions, da-da-da-da-da. Boom! Team was on it. My practitioners are badass. They know their shit. They were in. They were like, boom. And then that gave me time to be in a safe place where I could process and then move through the medicine of whatever was coming in and start integrating the codes, because it was a lot. When I say I was laid in the bed, I was laid out in my bed, because it was like, I can't do anything today. Yeah, just fix some breakfast, but you know what? I'm laying down. I'm Dr. Quinn in it today. Here we go. Dr. Quinn in it today. So sometimes you just gotta lay your butt down, because these codes are no joke. So we only have 3 days left, and then we're gonna jump into a portal on Friday. Okay, that's gonna be a good one, because it's all about what's you're gonna step into. What is it? What's the energy? What is the medicine of yourself? It's going to keep intensifying. The more intensity that comes through that sun, the more we're going to feel it. Okay? The more plasmic light orbs and plasma is charging up around us, the more we're going to feel it. And let me tell you, washing yourself off with baking soda is awesome. I don't know why it feels so much different than just regular sea salt. So you can sea salt yourself, but when you do the baking soda, that is like, whoa, what is that? It's an entirely different feeling. Makes you feel very like, you know what I'm saying? So keep that baking soda around. Okay, so let's take a look at our messages today. I was bad. Oh, come on. You know I'm not going to disappoint. These are gorgeous. The Oracle of the Phoenix. Yes. It says, feel the fire of transformation. Change begins within you. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Yes. Vinegar too. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So that's the other inside of the card box. All right. You just have a basic book. There's no pictures in it. It's just a basic book, words. But the cards, I'm going to show you a few of them. That was Cote Cote. Bringing a message. Interesting. Look at that. And these are Phoenix. Look at this. Yep, Phoenix. Beautiful. I love this one. Some of you just need to just do it. Just do it. Be who you are. Yes. Look how beautiful that is. I just love the colors. I was like, oh my gosh. Some of these they even have what are these? I just forgot the name of this. Oh, what is this? It's on the tip of my tongue with a P. Just forgot. Nope, it's not a unicorn. It doesn't have a horn. Pegasus. It's a Pegasus. Pegasus. I said, what is this? Pegasus. I was like, okay, thank you. Life is a gift. Look at this. Oh my God. So pretty. Foundation of love. Air the path of wisdom. Abandon limited beliefs. Look at that. They have this, friendship. Free yourself from perfectionism. Recognize happiness. Money. Isn't that pretty? Desire and reality. I love the colors. The colors are so pretty. Recognize manipulation. Insight. Thoughts become matter. On the wrong track. Overcome weakness. The power of empathy. Dark thoughts. Deeply moved and fulfilled. Imagination. Give your all. Self-imagine and self-confidence. Strength. Light gate. Okay, now this is a trip. This is how I knew this set I was supposed to have it, because the video that I put up about the dreams and stuff, she talks about the light gate. Here it is. Can't make this shit up, people. Watering anything is possible. Fire is transformation. Secret. Wild and happy. Seize the day. So pretty. Wealth and abundance. Give and forget. Radiant power. The key and mastery. They each represent an element. Okay. So the Phoenix cards, it's called the Oracle of the Phoenix. Really cool. So these blend well. If you're going to get this set, they blend well with the Shaman's Star Wisdom Oracle. They'll blend well with this. Okay. And then, if you don't already have it, the Gateway of Light activation cards. Okay. So they'll blend good with these. So let's take a look at our message for today. And as we get through this week with New Moon and Taurus. All the trickery that's going on. And you can do things like, are you false light? Get out of here. Psst. You know you ain't real. Not real. Yeah. God, I really will not be coming back down here. I'm never drinking the cosmic drink again. This is my last hoorah down here. Got other things to do at my time. Putting on a bunch bunch of psychos down here that are ruining people's lives and Mother Earth and messing around timelines and jumping in and out. I'm just not in the mood. Someone's going to get a good butt spanking real soon. Anyway, here we go. What? I just say it like it is. Come on now. I just say it like it is. I'm trying to, let me put this down right here. Ooh. Oh, they're pretty good. Good Cardex. Cardstock's good. Yeah, when those codes hit you, you'll probably feel them how they come in through your spine and then coming through your head. You get that headache. Oh. Yeah, that's a lay down moment. That's a light. And then the dizziness, feeling kind of like you don't feel like you're on the planet. Like you feel all the shifting. Moving out of those timelines, those lower timelines. And then you have to get used to the newer energy that your body's trying to move you into. True. You guys, I'm just going to say it like it is. I am not one. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. If you're coming here thinking I should just tell you a story, make up stuff, lie to you, make you feel good, and just, keep it all sugar canes and lollipops over here. No. I say it like it is, call it out, and I say this is what we got to do. Okay? Because my whole thing is, I don't want you to doubt yourself, and I don't want you to be afraid of yourself. And I sure to hell don't want someone else talking smack to you and making you not love yourself and not understand who you are. Anyone coming at you with that, they need to get the step in. Okay? That's how I see that. They're not for you. Goodbye. Bye. You're not team rah-rah for me. Bye. Bye. Okay. And you don't get that support, you need to be with people that get you. Okay? You ain't going to have a lot of those because, that's why we have this. That's why I have private groups. That's why I do the teachings I do. So that those of you that are just coming in, or you just work through some of your traumas, you're coming into yourself, you can see yourself. You can be with other like-minded people that get you. There's nothing worse than trying to explain something happening to yourself. It's happening, and you tell a mundaner that, and they just look at you like, well, that's interesting. Have you thought about, maybe make an appointment with a psychologist, and maybe you need to take a vacation, maybe you need to take time off, or oh, you can't get the time off. Oh, okay, well, they got apps where you can call in and have somebody listen to you and stuff like that. I gotta go over here and get some Church's chicken for tonight. Now, you remember how I was on not many moons ago, and I was all in that speech, and I was talking about please stop 3D printing our food, and I was saying it. Now they're coming out saying what they're doing. Okay, so now listen up. When we eat food that it has life force energy in it, rather it be fruit, vegetables, Meat, some of us have to have that meat. Okay? It has to come from a real being. When they fake print that crap, you're eating nothing but dead stuff that has no energy, no life force behind it. What do you think it's going to do to you? It's going to lower your life force. Okay? So all of you that are running around, you know the people that are running around out there going to all these quickie little places with the arches. Okay? Don't be doing that, because there's nothing real coming out of there. And the other ones, and the other one, and the other ones. You know which ones I'm talking about. Okay? Nothing's coming out of there. It's all being... How is the people going to keep those places going? They're going to switch it, and you're never going to know about it. You're going to think that you're ordering the real stuff. You know how they are. Oh, the humans. All we have to do is just switch things on them. They'll never see it coming, and they're like cattle to us. Yeah, those things. They'd switch it, and then you'd be thinking, oh yeah, this goes go ahead. God, why do I feel so weird? Supermarket. Yes, super casket. Thank you. Yes. Went in there, bought some, oh my God, where did we go? Oh, I'm not going to say the name. Went in there and got some strawberries, okay? The young one wanted some strawberries, and I'm thinking, okay, we'll try it again, because, yeah, I got strawberries from the other place, and that didn't go over too well, you know. You know, you see those videos and stuff, and people talk about, look, I got this watermelon, look at the texture of it, da, 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 da. You know, you're thinking, oh, wow. And then when you get one, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? We're paying for this. Hold on, guys. Okay. We're paying for the stuff, so we get the strawberries. I give them to her. She bites into one and she goes, I said, is it sweet? She throws it down, gets another one, picks it up, bites it. Throws it down, picks it up, bites it. They taste like water. And she's chewing it, and she says, it has a weird texture. Trash. So, yeah. So now it's all about going to produce places like farms and stuff that actually are growing them. You can actually see bugs harvesting on them because they have life force on it, or getting them from families that have property where they're growing their own produce and stuff. Okay. Yeah. Had to throw them away. So it's ridiculous. Here we go. Life is a gift. We're going to have a lot of Phoenix moments. You're going to have this where we got to go through the fire in order to transform. That fire means plasmic light. That means our body's heating up. That means covers on, covers off. That means cold shower. That means, oh my God, what is this? Why is everything, oh, my chocolate just melted in my hands and not in my mouth. What is this? You know, having those moments. Andromedans are coming in. Oh, yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. Remember how I told you you're going to be sitting there in the coming months? Next month is where you're really going to start seeing it. I told you about Starbucks. I told you you might be sitting there having a nice latte with your friend Susie Q, and Susie Q all of a sudden starts glitching. And you're wondering what's going on with her. Let's look at his star codes. Oh, Sagittarius. We're going to expand. Like worms that eating through them. Yes. Earlier today, taking another. Yes. Isn't it something? And here's the thing. They're doing it in such a way where, and this is where everybody needs to be getting pissed off about it. You work hard for your money and you're going in buying some dead ass food that's not even fit for Gumby to eat. Okay? Fucking Gumby wouldn't eat this. All right? Here we go. Opposition, confrontation. Well, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like that. If Gumby ain't gonna eat it, why the hell should I? We're gonna move through the portal. Oh God, yeah, here we go. Holy Grail. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Isn't that the truth? You are what you seek. Okay, everyone, your homework assignment is, if you're here watching this video today, thank you so much for the likes on it. Thank you so much for supporting this sacred space that is here for you, to support you, to kind of wake you up, to kind of stir your memory and to dive in and step into yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting me and buying my ebooks and getting them in printed form. Thank you so much for doing that. And thank you, newcomers, for coming in and to this space, and know that when you enter, we allow you to be here, a part of us, to feel the love. We're here to support each other and connect the dots. That's what we do. We connect the dots. So sometimes someone else might have information that can help this person. You never know what you might say that might help somebody else. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to be moving through some really serious energy. It's already getting serious. But the Phoenix always comes through with that magic. And that Phoenix is the one that after you go through the fire and everything's been said and done, and you're standing in utmost bareness of it all, of what you are, and you're fully in the memory of who you are, and that memory gets kicked in and you remember. The shock is the memory, the love of the self comes in. The activation takes root, and then you're unstoppable. And then because you activated, somebody else is going to activate. Why do you think they were doing that 6 feet apart bullshit? Okay. Oh, we don't need 6 feet. Our energies expands out as far as we want it to expand out. Because we can make it that. And when enough of us say enough is enough, and we throw it up in the ethers and we send it up in an energy ball and we attach it so that it just does nothing but emanate that energy, we rule. It's time for new rulership anyway. We are the new ones that are ruling the new earth, not them. They think they are, but they're not. The more they keep trying to knock us all down, the more we recalibrate and we stand up again. We don't stay knocked down. That's not happening this time around. You want to see a reset? We're going to show you one. And it's going to be the one where they're not in control. We're going to shift it so much where you shift out of that timeline and you liberate yourself. You become that force to be reckoned with, that they can't reckon with. So, with that being said, your homework assignment is to make sure you watch those videos about the dreams, about the orbs, and any other posts that I have in there. You've been feeling on a little bit of the low side. I need you to go smudge yourself, get in some water, get your feet on the earth, call in yourself, call in all the love of yourself, and remember who you are, so that when your memories start coming in and it starts anchoring, you take your power back and you remember that. We're in it to win. We're not in it to sit our asses down and go along with the program. No, we're not doing that shit. And I love this, and I totally rebuke this. You will be happy and have nothing. Fucking slaves don't have anything, and they weren't happy. What makes you think your shit, what you're saying to us, we're supposed to be happy? No. What will make us all happy, you all get your asses off this planet. That would make us all happy. Leave or disintegrate, or better yet, take your asses down into those bunkers that you all been building so much into. And stay down there. And let us dig you up in about 200, 300 years and look at your bones. That would make us happy. Ooh. I'm sorry, if you were expecting me to be a whole bunch of gumdrops and cherries right there, no. That was just the Phoenix talking. And with that being said, lovelies, I want you to have a fantastic day. Remember who you are. Because that's one thing I'm going to help you do, is remember it. All right. With that being said, I'm probably going to... I don't care. Come on. Whatever. I got some juice for you. Anyway, everyone, you too. Everyone have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Much love to all of you. Bye. Do your homework. Go to those posts. Do your homework. Make your notes. Write them down. Activate your stuff tonight. All right.